Hello, everybody. This is Gary. Today is November 21st, 2021. It's 5:22 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Rochester, New York, in the United States, and this is my coping with schizophrenia blog entry for today. Today I wanted to do a video on personality disorders, which is not the same thing as schizophrenia, but I have been co-diagnosed with both schizophrenia and a personality disorder. My psychiatrist never specified, to me at least, the specific personality disorder that I have. But apparently I have both schizoaffective disorder with schizophrenia, spectrum disorders, as well as a personality disorder. The definition of personality disorders is I'm getting from the MayoClinic.org, and this is the definition of a personality disorder. Personality disorder is a type of mental disorder in which you have a rigid and unhealthy pattern of functioning, and behaving. A person with a personality disorder has trouble perceiving and relating to situations and people. This causes significant problems and limitations in relationships, social activities, work, and school. In some cases, you may not realize that you have a personality disorder because your way of thinking and behaving seems natural to you, and you may blame others for the challenges you face. Personality disorders usually begin in the teenage years or early adulthood. There are many types of personality disorders. Some types may become less obvious throughout middle age. The symptoms of personality disorder are types of personality disorders are grouped into three clusters based on similar characteristics and symptoms. Many people with one personality disorder also have signs and symptoms of at least one additional personality disorder. It is not necessary to exhibit all the signs and symptoms listed for a disorder to be diagnosed. Cluster A personality disorders. Cluster A personality disorders are characterized by odd, eccentric thinking or behavior. They include paranoid personality disorder, schizoid personality disorder, and schizotypal personality disorder. A paranoid personality disorder has pervasive distrust and suspicion of others and their motives, unjustified belief that others are trying to harm or deceive you, unjustified suspicion of the loyalty or trustworthiness of others, hesitancy to confide in others due to unreasonable fear that others will use the information against you, perception of innocent remarks in non-threatening situations as personal insults or attacks, angry or hostile reaction to perceived slights or insults, tendency to hold grudges, unjustified recurrence, suspicion that spouse or sexual partner is unfaithful. Schizoid personality disorder has a lack of interest in social or personal relationships, preferring to be alone, limited range of emotional expression, inability to take pleasure in most activities, inability to pick up normal social cues, appearance of being cold or indifferent to others, little or no interest in having sex with another person. Schizotypal personality disorder has peculiar dress, thinking, beliefs, speech, or behavior, odd perceptual experiences such as hearing a voice whisper your name, flattering emotions or inappropriate emotional responses, social anxiety and a lack of or discomfort with close relationships, indifferent, inappropriate, or suspicious response to others, magical thinking, believing you can influence people and events with your thoughts, belief that certain casual incidents or events have hidden messages meant only for you. Cluster B personality disorders. Cluster B personality disorders are characterized by dramatic, overly emotional, or unpredictable thinking or behavior. They include antisocial personality disorder, borderline personality disorder, histrionic personality disorder, and narcissistic personality disorder. Antisocial personality disorder has a disregard for others' needs or feelings, persistent lying, stealing, using aliases, conning others, recurring problems with the law, repeated violation of the rights of others, aggressive, often violent behavior, disregard for the safety of self or others, impulsive behavior, consistently irresponsible, lack of remorse for behavior. Borderline personality disorder is impulsive and risky behavior, such as having unsafe sex, gambling, or binge eating, unstable or fragile image, unstable and intense relationships, up and down moods, often as a reaction to interpersonal stress, suicidal behavior or threats of self-injury, intense fear of being alone or abandoned, ongoing feelings of emptiness, frequent intense displays of anger, stress-related paranoia that comes and goes. Histrionic personality disorder is constantly seeking attention, excessively emotional, dramatic, or sexually provocative to gain attention, speaks dramatically with strong opinions but few facts or details to back them up, easily influenced by others, shallow, rapidly changing emotions, excessive concern with physical appearance, thinks relationships with others are closer than they really are. Narcissistic personality disorder has the belief that you're special and more important than others, fantasies about power, success, and of attractiveness, failure to recognize others' needs and feelings, exaggeration of achievements or talents, expectation of constant praise and admiration, arrogance, unreasonable expectations of favors and advantages, often taking advantage of others, envy of others, or belief that others envy you. Cluster C personality disorders are characterized by anxious, fearful thinking or behavior. They include avoidant personality disorder, dependent personality disorder, and obsessive compulsive personality disorder. Avoidant personality disorders are too sensitive to criticism or rejection, feeling inadequate, inferior or unattractive, avoidance of work activities that require interpersonal contact, socially inhibited, timid, and isolated, avoiding new activity or meeting strangers, extreme shyness in social situations and personal relationships, fear of disapproval, embarrassment, or ridicule, dependent personality disorder, excessive dependence on others and feeling the need to be taken care of, submissive or clingy behavior towards others, fear of having to provide self-care or fend for yourself if left alone, lack of self-confidence, requiring excessive advice and reassurance from others to make even small decisions, difficulty starting or doing projects on your own due to lack of self-confidence, difficulty disagreeing with others, fearing disapproval, tolerance of poor or abusive treatment even when other options are available, urgent need to start a new relationship when a close one has ended, obsessive compulsive personality disorder, preoccupation with details, orderliness, and rules, extreme perfectionism resulting in the dysfunction and distress when perfection is not achieved, such as feeling unable to finish a project because you don't meet your own strict standards, desire to be in control of people, tasks, and situations, and inability to delegate tasks, neglect of friends and enjoyable activities because of excessive commitment to work or a project, inability to disregard broken or worthless objects, rigid and stubborn, inflexible about morality, ethics, or values, tight, miserly control over budgeting and spending money. Obsessive compulsive personality disorder is not the same as obsessive compulsive disorder, a type of anxiety disorder. When to see a doctor. If you have any signs or symptoms of a personality disorder, see your doctor or the primary care professional or mental health professional. Untreated personality disorders can cause significant problems in your life that may get worse without treatment. Causes. Personality is the combination of thoughts, emotions, and behaviors that makes you unique. It's the way you view, understand, and relate to the outside world, as well as how you see yourself. Personality forms during childhood, shaped through an interaction of Your genes. Certain personality traits may be passed on to you by your parents through inherited genes. These traits are sometimes called your temperament. Your environment. This involves the surroundings you grew up in, events that occurred, and relationships with family members and others. Personality disorders are thought to be caused by a combination of these genetic and environmental influences. Your genes may make you vulnerable to developing a personality disorder, and a life situation may trigger the actual development. Risk factors. Although the precise cause of personality disorders is not known, certain factors seem to increase the risk of developing or triggering personality disorders, including family history of personality disorders or other mental illness, abusive, unstable, or chaotic family life during childhood, being diagnosed with childhood conduct disorder, variations in brain chemistry and structure. Complication. Personality disorders can significantly disrupt the lives of both the affected person and those who care about that person. Personality disorders may cause problems with relationships, work, or school, and can lead to social isolation or alcohol or drug abuse. And that's from MayoClinic.org. So there you have it, folks. That's what personality disorders are, according to the MayoClinic.org. Like, share, comment, press the notification bell to know when I put out new videos, and share my videos on social media. And if you want me to do a video on a specific topic, let me know in the comments.